less money. So, what do? You rack up credit card debt, that's what you do. It's not your fault. It's the economy. And guess what? If you rack up too much credit card debt like some of us, you can't pay your bills. Then the credit card companies, as nice as they are, start hounding you for money. Then you start your downward spiral. A smart thing for you to do is to call the Zero Debt. They can help you consolidate all your credit card bills into one affordable payment. Millions of people have done it. It works to make you debt-free. Make this free call right now. It costs you nothing to learn more.
800-503-7846. 800-503-7846. 800-503-7846. That's 800-503-7846.
The spirit of this community is remarkable. When people are in real trouble, the most important thing to give them is hope.
President Biden and First Lady Jill touring hurricane damage in the town of Live Oak, Florida, where massive trees are down and homes destroyed in the aftermath of Hurricane Idalia.
There's no hope like your neighbor walking across the street and see what they can do for you, or the local pastor or someone coming in and offering you help.
The area located between Tallahassee and Jacksonville. Now, the president did not meet with Republican Governor Ron DeSantis. The governor's office issuing a statement saying in these rural communities and so soon after impact, the security preparations alone that would go into setting up such a meeting would shut down ongoing recovery efforts. Instead, former Florida Governor, Republican Senator Rick Scott, greeting the Bidens. Governor DeSantis was in Dixie County in Horseshoe Beach, one of the hardest hit areas of the state, meeting with members of the National Guard and people who lost their homes. Former New Mexico Governor and UN Ambassador, Democrat Bill Richardson, has died at the age of 75. He passed away at his home in Massachusetts. He served 2 terms as governor of New Mexico, and he was the first Hispanic person to hold that office. Outrage in New York City as police drones watch over Labor Day parties this holiday weekend. Some think it will crack down on crime. Others think it's an invasion of privacy. And I'm Laura Winters, USA News.
There's a price war in the insurance business, and you may be paying too much. Call the Term Lifeline right now and see if you can save 40%. $500,000 plans and up, that's our specialty. Even great smokers' rates. Protect your family today. Call the Term Lifeline right now for a free quote. 866-509-TERM. 866-509-TERM. 866-509-TERM.
The opinions expressed on this program are those of the host and do not express the views of WVBF ownership or Hometown Talk Radio. Content aired on all programs are those of the host and their guests. Hey, Joey, what's happening? I mean, what's happening in Middleboro and surrounding towns? It's time for the Middleboro Weekend Review with your host, Joey Driscoll. Stay tuned for news, Middleboro news, here on AM 1530 WVBF. Hey, Joey, what's happening?
And good morning, and welcome to Middleboro in Review. I'm Joey Driscoll, and we'll be joined by Dawn in just a second. But I'm Joey Driscoll. Today's date is September the 3rd, 2023. It is the day before Labor Day. It is Labor Day weekend. We have a lot to talk about with events going on Labor Day weekend. We get the 4-H fair going on not right as we speak, but will be by the time the show ends, day 2. We'll get underway by 8 o'clock today. And then we'll have the entire day 2, which I think is going to be going until dusk this evening. So still have another day if you're in the area to go down to 4-H fair and to check that out. Again, getting underway probably within the hour, 8 o'clock. So that is going to be going on. And day one yesterday went very well. A lot of people showed up. It was packed throughout the day, and a lot of people showed up. There was a lot of events that definitely took place. There was a little bit of a mini parade. A lot of motorcycles went by the 4-H fair, and also a couple of sports cars and a couple of other vehicles as well. But a lot of motorcycles went by the 4-H fair right around 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock yesterday morning. I actually was 2 minutes away from my house when I had to stop on the side of the road and watched all these motorcycles go by me, and pretty fun to look at. There had to have been at least hundreds of motorcycles that were going by, and it was really a fun event, a fun thing to look at. Don's joining us. Good morning, Don.
Morning, Joey. Happy Labor Day weekend.
I was just saying that I was about a minute or two away from the house. I was like right there, and I got stopped. I went to the side of the road here, and watched a lot of motorcycles go by me.
You said
right by the 4-H
You got
fair.
stopped? Were they a police escort or?
It was a police escort, yes.
Oh,
It was a police escort with tons of motorcycles and a couple of sports cars and a few other things as well. Army trucks, things like that, and very, very fun.
A lot of those rides are charity rides sometimes. So
Yeah,
if you
and
see
we're
a
right
big
by
group
4-H.
If you see a big group of motorcycles, a lot of times that's a sponsored ride, and there's money going to charity or going to something, which is, I think, is really good.
It went right by the 4-H fair. A lot of them honked as well as they went by the 4-H fair. I'm not sure if that was, probably was a 4-H related event that took place there. A lot of other great events, of course, throughout the day.
What police department was? Do you notice? Was it Middleboro? Was it state police? Was it?
It looked like multiple communities. I think Bridgewater was a part of it. Halifax must have been a part of it. It looked like it was multiple communities.
Probably
when
the
it comes
towns
to
that
the
you're going
police,
through. Yeah,
police escort.
probably definitely Middleboro, PD in there. And
Yeah.
maybe Lakeville too if they went to Lakeville.
All right. Well, again, we get another day at the 4-H fair. Like I said, getting underway right around probably 8 o'clock. So if you're in the area, go down and check it out. Again, like I said as well, a lot of people went to day one, packed throughout the day. So the attendance for the 4-H fair is definitely on the rise as well, which is also good to see.
Well, it's the first real 4-H fair in 2 years.
Yeah. Yes. Attendance was down a little bit because of the pandemic and some other things as well. It used to be 3 days, the 4-H fair. It used to be full 3 days. It used to be...
Actually, technically 3 years, because they had a little scaled down event last year.
Yes.
And then in 2021, I don't think they had anything.
I don't think they had it. No. And I don't think they had it in 20 either.
No, 2020, of course they didn't have 20.
Yeah.
21, I don't think they had it either.
No.
But
It was
22,
back-to-back days.
a year ago, they had like a scaled down event.
Yes.
And I think today,
So this was the first real one in a couple of years.
3
and
years. 3 years,
definitely, day one was a definite success from what I saw.
It was a beautiful day yesterday.
It was a beautiful day, and it's a beautiful day again. Once again, we got very lucky with the weather, which is great. We're going to get very lucky with the weather for the remaining Labor Day. Speaking of weather, let's check out the weather. So yesterday was a beautiful day. It will be that once again today. 88 degrees in Middleboro. Right now it's 64. A low of 61 this evening. Sunny skies. No rain in sight. Same thing for Monday. 89 degrees with a low of 63. Beautiful day. Beautiful day on Tuesday. 90 degrees. beautiful day on Wednesday, 89 degrees, 91 on Thursday, and 86 on Friday. So a little bit of a mini heat wave as we enter early September. But a beautiful week ahead. Some rains in the forecast for next weekend, but obviously that could change. We're still 7 days out from the weekend, the following weekend. So, also with the end of the Labor Day weekend comes back to school for a lot of, for most communities. Some communities went back to school before Labor Day, but there are some communities that are going back to school after Labor Day. So again, just when you're out and about, watch out for school buses. If school buses are stopped and they have their stop signs out, make sure you stop. Even if you're on the other side of the road as well, you still must stop. So very important. Watch out for kids as well, getting off school buses. And very important. Again, Labor Day weekend, the end of Labor Day weekend does signal the end of summer vacation for a lot of students. So just to keep a mind of that as well. Don, your quick thoughts on that.
Yeah, also too, when you're driving through the smaller neighborhoods, the cul-de-sac neighborhoods, most bus stops at the end of the cul-de-sacs neighborhood. I mean, on the main roads, I think most school districts pick up the kids in front of the houses. But when it comes to cul-de-sac or neighborhoods, they're usually up at the top of the road. So keep that in mind because before they start loading the buses between 7 and 8, that their kids are running around, being kids, running in the street, not paying attention. That's what kids do. That's why they call them kids.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So just be really careful, especially on Tuesday, because bring a little extra patience in your pail. Patience in your pail. Okay, that's the word.
Yes.
Okay, because a lot of people, it's gonna be more traffic. Everyone's getting back to school. There's gonna be a lot of parents giving kids rides to school, so it's gonna be more traffic out there. So there's definitely going to be more traffic. So just have, it's going to take a few days to iron it all out because people are trying to get back into their routines and it just takes a little bit. So just have a little patience and it should be all right.
Taunton, 63 degrees right now, 88 today, 89 tomorrow. Again, beautiful week ahead in Taunton. No rain in sight. Driscoll, Texas, no rain in sight either. And no end in sight when it comes to the 100-degree days. The past couple of weeks have seen multiple days with 100-degree days. I think I looked this up this week. And I think Texas has had, Driscoll, Texas has had multiple weeks where it's been in the 90s plus, and it really hasn't been really anywhere near 80s. It's always been in the 90s or 100-degree days for multiple days, into August and July. So they're in an unprecedented heat wave. I think there was one day in August that they were below 90 degrees. So it has been definitely very hot in Driscoll, Texas. And that heat wave continues. 100 degrees today with a low of 74. They're at their low right now. 74 degrees, sunny skies. No rain in the forecast either, which is also an issue as well when you have these hot temperatures. 102 tomorrow in Driscoll, Texas, and 81 degrees for the low. 81 degrees for the low. So that is very, very uncomfortable for sure for Texas in September. Driscoll, North Dakota, 91 today. It's going to be 91 degrees in Driscoll, North Dakota. A little bit little bit weird, I guess, for North Dakota.
That's got to be the last hurrah for any hot weather in Driscoll, North Dakota, because it's you could be talking 40s in a couple of weeks over there, and 30s
Yes.
in Driscoll, North Dakota.
You're already talking about 40s for lows. At night,
Yeah.
Tuesday will be 46 degrees.
Yeah.
Tuesday we'll only get up to 61 degrees.
Yeah.
But there is rain in the forecast in Driscoll, North Dakota on Tuesday.
I think
But
this-
91 on today and tomorrow.
Yeah, well, this is the last hurrah for Driscoll, North Dakota. You know that's the case.
Yes, obviously, yes. But it is still a little bit unique to see that 90-degree days in North Dakota. But we'll keep an eye on North Dakota.
Wouldn't it be
sure.
crazy? All the 4 cities and towns we do. Wouldn't it be crazy if they were all the same temperature one day?
I think it got close one day, but I'm not 100% sure if we've ever had
I mean, you
something
got,
like that.
I mean, you got one town in Texas that's on the Mexican border. You have one town in North Dakota, which is pretty much near Canada, way out there in the plains, and then you have the 2 neighboring towns. Well, not technically neighboring, but close enough. Middleboro, Taunton.
Yep.
They don't neighbor. I don't think they neighbor, do they? Middleboro and Taunton. I'm not sure if they do. I think Raynham gets.
I
in the
don't
way.
know. Yeah, I think Raynham separates the two.
Raynham gets in the way. Yeah, I'm not. But maybe there's like a little sliver of land that we don't know about.
And geography is not my strong suit, but I think Raynham,
Gets in the way.
gets in the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, separates the two. Yes,
Separates
that's exactly right. I think.
And then if you go down 44, then you have to jot through Lakeville for a little piece.
Yes. I want to mention a little bit of a programming update. Today, Stand Up Strong with Ed Sutka.
Ed Sutka?
Sutka. Ed Miller. I'm sorry.
The other Ed.
The other Ed. The other Ed is before the other Ed.
So the 2 Eds.
I knew I would make that a mistake eventually.
So you got 2 Eds. You got 2 Eds in a row.
We have 2 Eds in a row. 2 Eds in a row. Yes, there is no break between the two now. So there is a change in Stand Up Strong. You will have 2 Eds in a row. First Ed Sutka, 11 a.m. to 12, with Musical Odyssey. And then the other Ed with Bishop Tony Branch as well, Ed Miller, with Stand Up Strong from 12 to 1 starting this afternoon. So that's coming up. I'll mention this again before the end of the show.
2 Eds in a row. 2 Eds in a
Two
row.
Eds in a row.
Yeah,
Yes,
2 Eds
exactly.
in a row. Yeah, 2
Yes.
Eds in a row. Yeah.
That should be the new
Theme.
marketing thing for Sundays.
Yeah.
2 Eds in a row.
Yeah.
So that's coming up today. Also, before Ed Sutka, we have the 9:30 to 11 o'clock spot where we have TIC. That comes on. And then before that, Medicare Moment with Martha, 9 to 9:30. 8:30 to 9 is the Rosary. And then 8:05 to 8:35, around there. 8:35 to 9 is the Rosary. 8:05 to 8:35, around there is Bread of Life with Pastor Ortez Vandross. I'm going to make sure I say Vandross from now on. Pastor Vandross did mention that to us when he was live here in the studio, that I have been mentioning his name wrong.
Yeah, for 3 years.
3 years. We're having a little bit of fun here on Middleboro in Review this morning. So it's always a good thing to have some fun here.
You always have fun at your own expense sometimes.
Exactly.
Sometimes it lightens the mood up. I've heard that by a professional radio host, that you kind of have to have fun with it, or you'll be all stressed out and whatnot. So,
Yes.
I take that advice to heart.
Okay, I want to mention one other thing before we take our first commercial break, and that is that the city of Pawtucket will be hosting a fireworks celebration at McCoy Stadium one final time this Sunday today.
Before they tear it down?
Before they tear it down, yes,
Oh, boy.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
Today, this afternoon, they'll be having this event, September 3rd, 3 p.m. This event is free and open to all, and organizers say that you do not need a ticket to attend this event. Paw Sox fans are invited to enjoy activities, music, and games, as well as food trucks in the parking lot. The fireworks will begin at 8 p.m. this evening. DJ Lefty, Watts Beats, How's About Charlie, and P. Lowe will be performing. Activities will include a bounce house and face painting. 3,000 fans with wristbands will be allowed onto the field for the final fireworks display. Wristbands will begin beginning out at 4 p.m. Wristbands will be limited to one person. Do not ask for extras. The seating is not in the stadium or stands. It is on the field. Attendees will need to provide their own blankets or lawn chairs. Again, with the wristbands, limited to one person, so don't come in and get a wristband and then try to come in the line again with a mustache or a disguise and try to get another one.
I guess if you want to try to do it, good luck.
Good luck,
Yeah.
because I think that they will catch you.
Hey, Joey, on a personal note
Yes.
on that, I think that's a great idea.
It is.
Because that stadium's been around a long time, and there's so much memories through a lot of families. I mean, you're talking generations of maybe a father brought their son to that game when they were a kid, or people enjoy traditions, and to see this and to see it finally go. I mean, at some point, it's gonna see the wrecking ball. But
Yes.
I mean, it's good that they did that. I really think that's a class act. I think City of Pawtucket, I think, is the one doing it. City of Pawtucket, maybe, yeah.
The city of Pawtucket. Yes.
Because there's no more.
Yep.
There's no more Paw Sox anymore.
No. And just a name only.
Yeah, I don't think the Worcester organization would do that.
No.
So it's a city thing. So that city's, that stadium's been part of Pawtucket for a lot of years, and it's been so much tradition. And it's a sad thing is that the ballpark has left the city, and Pawtucket doesn't have a team anymore. But
Yeah.
the future always.
The future is always bright.
It really is.
It
It really
will
is.
be.
I'm not sure what they're going to do with that parcel. It's a big parcel of land they got there. So who
Yeah.
knows what they're doing? Maybe they.
The future is bright for Pawtucket. You now have a T station in there for the first time in a while.
But yeah.
And the
since
future's bright.
1959.
Yeah. So the future is bright.
Yeah.
Eventually, you will see
It's got
a sports resurgence.
It's got a beautiful riverfront. Pawtucket River there. I think it's the Pawtucket River. I'm not too sure, but the river that runs through it and goes up as far as 95. And I've been up there on a boat. You have to turn around after you go underneath the 95 bridge. Is a waterfall, and you turn around. You have to head back out to the lift bridge, the railroad lift bridge. It's been lifted since 1981. Okay, that's just like that's a statement in the Rhode Island, Providence, Pawtucket area. I think it's technically Pawtucket, but that's good because a lot of families, there's a lot going on in people's memories with that.
Yeah.
park.
A lot of families took their kids.
Generation after generation. I mean, who knows? You might see 3 generations of family members.
Exactly.
You might see you might see 3 generations all show up at the same time.
I don't know if they're. I think it would be a cool thing is have someone from the Red Sox organization be there, but
Who knows? They might.
they might be.
Yeah.
You never know. It might.
They might
It could be a surprise. It could be one of the surprises that they have is that someone from the Red Sox organization comes in.
Somebody.
If it's if it's really anybody, if it's
Right.
the president of the organization.
Well, technically,
Or the vice
technically,
president.
the stadium is owned by Major League Baseball, right? well, minor league baseball.
Yeah,
It doesn't belong to the city of Pawtucket. It was privately owned unless Pawtucket bought the. I don't know. Who knows? I'm not sure what the deal behind.
So you never know. You go to the event, you might see a former player for the Pawtucket Red Sox there. You never know.
Yeah.
So again,
With
this event's
with Worcester up and running a couple of years now.
Yeah.
Which is I think is a success. But it's good though. I mean, it's good that they're doing that, and I'm sure a lot of people might take advantage of that one last time to get in the field or just feel the field and get a good vibe for the stadium one last time, because that's it. I mean, once they lock the doors after the event, that's it.
Yes.
Record balls are probably moving in on Tuesday.
Yeah. And also, the other thing to remember for this event, no coolers, large bags, or pets will be permitted on the field. So, have that event. It is 7:30 a.m. We're going to take our first commercial break, and we'll be right back here on Middleboro Review. After the break, we're going to spend a few minutes talking about the passing of Jimmy Buffett. And we're going to talk about that, some of his music. We're going to talk about some of his charitable work as well. He did a lot of charitable work throughout his life. And we're talking about that too, and much more about Jimmy Buffett coming up after the break here on Middleboro in Review on 1530 AM, 99.7 FM. I'm Joey Driscoll. I'm joined by Don. We will be right back here on Middleboro in Review. Today's date is September 3rd, 2023.
Guess what I got for you?
Coffee.
Yeah, and
Comments?
nope.
Munchkin? Munchkin coffee.
Yeah. Ooh, pumpkin.
Good.
Guess what I got you?
You have to get those in the morning because
Yeah.
they're gonna be. Like, I went to Halifax again yesterday and
It was sold out
they
then?
were sold out again. Yeah.
Guess how many I got you?
25 probably.
25.
Yeah.
He loves
Good.
it. He loves it.
Thank you.
Yeah, he loves it.
Appreciate that. Alright. 403.
Spark Street Auto Body, located at 48 Spark Street in Brockton, Massachusetts, offers the highest quality collision repair and complete auto service for your car. They are a direct pay for 95.
472.
I'm Lieutenant Roderick of the Taunton Police Department. Before you think about drinking and driving, please think about this. Every day, 28 people in the United States die in motor vehicle crashes that involve an alcohol-impaired driver. This amounts to one death every 53 minutes. About 1 in 3 traffic deaths in the United States involves a drunk driver. Driving with a blood alcohol concentration of 0.08 or higher is considered alcohol-impaired operation of a motor vehicle by law. Before you decide to drink and drive, please think about that. Think about the consequences for your family and your work. Think about how you will get back and forth to work every day. Think about the innocent people who may be hurt or killed when you choose to get behind the wheel after drinking. Think about the cost. You can make a difference. Choose not to drink and drive. Our officers are committed to keeping drunk drivers off the road. Don't drink and drive this long holiday weekend, and be sure to buckle up. The life you save could be your own. Brought to you by the Taunton Police Department and WVBF.
Hello, I'm Kate Levy. When I was just 10 years old, I lost my father, Joe, in the 9/11 attacks at the World Trade Center. He was a lieutenant in the New York City Fire Department. For 9/11 this year, now a National Day of Service, I'll be doing what my dad loved to do, helping others in need. Please join me by doing your own good deed that day. Visit 911day.org to learn more.
Combat Veteran Motorcycle Association is an association of combat veterans from all branches of the United States Armed Forces who ride motorcycles as a hobby.
Stand this case up as
Our
well.
mission is to support those who have defended our country and freedoms. Our focus is to help veteran care facilities provide a warm meal, clothing, shelter, and guidance, or simply to say thank you and welcome home. We have members from nearly all 50 states and living abroad. Many members continue to serve in our armed forces, with several serving in combat areas now. We sponsor and or participate in many motorcycle-related charity events each year, and as a nonprofit organization, donate to various veteran care facilities and veteran charities. To learn more about the Combat Veteran Motorcycle Association and how you can join or support, please visit cvma2-2.org.
Hi, this is Martha Clopin, your host for Medicare Moment with Martha. Each week, we present the latest information on health, legal, and lifestyle issues that affect you and your family. It's fascinating, fast-paced, and fun as we explore all aspects of the Medicare maze. So join me for Medicare Moment with Martha, Saturday mornings at 8 and Sunday mornings at 9 on AM 1530 and 99.7 FM, WVBF, your hometown radio station.
And we're back. There we go. As I turn the music down. There we go. 7:35. Before we get to our talk about Jimmy Buffett, I want to do the Today in Histories real quick. Get those out of the way a little early today. 1783. American Revolutionary War. The war ends with the signing of the Treaty of Paris by the United States and the Kingdom of Great Britain. Very important treaty. This would not be the last time Britain and the United States would fight. Again, the War of 1812 as well. But this would end, the Treaty of Paris would end the American Revolutionary War.
Well, in England's eyes, they acceded to the United States, meaning they accepted the country over here.
Yeah.
So, I mean, by them laying their arms down, they accepted a nation over here that they apparently didn't recognize it, didn't like it, but
yeah,
by laying down arms, they had to accept it, that there was a country over here.
Yeah. And 1895, we have a sports one, definitely a sports-related one. John Brayler becomes the first openly paid professional American football player when he was paid $10 by David Berry to play for the Latrobe Athletic Association in a 12-0 win over the Jeannette Athletic Association. $10, Don, in 1895.
Wow.
And now we are in 2023, and athletes are being paid $500 million. Some of them are being paid $500 million.
Get half the athletes back to that pay raise, that pay scale. $10.
$10.
You know? There's $10.
$10
a soda pop,
a game,
and a sub and a soda pop. There you go. At least you pay.
Our birthday is 1923. Don, you'll recognize his last name. John Bell, an American businessman, founded one of the biggest fast food businesses in the country. What is that, Don?
Bell,
yes, Bell.
No clue.
The last name gives it away.
The Taco Bell.
Yes. Yes, Don.
He was born in 23.
He was born in 1923,
okay,
yes.
yeah.
So he is 100 today if he was still alive. He'd be 100 today. Yes, the founder of Taco Bell, Glenn Bell. So, pretty good. Pretty good.
I'm not sure how long he's been around business, but it had really started. I really noticed the stores popping up in the early 80s around here.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, and they've had.
I'm sure they've had other
things.
stores. I'm sure they've had other stores
for many years.
If you research it, you'll probably be able to find his first store somewhere for a long time. A lot of these franchise companies that started a huge franchise had a restaurant, 2 or 3 of them for years and years, for 20, 30 years, and all of a sudden the whole franchise thing just market thing exploded.
Jimmy Buffett had a franchise of restaurants as well. We'll talk about that in just a minute. 1934, Freddie King, American singer, songwriter, and guitarist. He's considered one of the three kings of the blues guitar, along with Don. Who are the other two?
B.B. King and Nat King Cole.
No, Albert King.
Oh, well, what about Nat King Cole?
He's not on there.
Oh, there's the four kings then, right?
No, it's not on here. It says the three kings of the blues guitar.
All right.
Maybe it should be four kings of the blues guitar.
Nat King Cole wasn't really a blues guy.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that's why.
Yeah, okay.
Freddie King, born this day in 1934. He passed away in 1976. Deaths on this day, 1886. William W. Snow, American lawyer and politician, born April 27th, 1812. And he is from Massachusetts. He is from Heath, Massachusetts. And then 1985, Johnny Marks, singer-songwriter, American singer-songwriter. He specialized in the Christmas songs. Although he himself was Jewish, he did not celebrate Christmas, and wrote many holiday standards for Christmas, including Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, a hit for Gene Autry and others, Rocking Around the Christmas Tree, which was a hit for Brenda Lee, A Holly Jolly Christmas, which was recorded by the Quinto sisters and later by Burl Ives, Silver and Gold for Burl Ives, and I've Heard the Bells on Christmas Day, which was introduced by Bing Crosby. He is also credited for writing Run, Rudolph, Run, which was recorded by Chuck Berry, and that was recorded by Lemmy.
Lemmy?
Yeah,
Oh,
Run,
yeah,
Run,
I
Rudolph.
remember that. Yeah, it was on that. It was on that Christmas album.
Yes, it was.
That heavy metal Christmas album. It came out in 2006.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then, and there's a little bit of thing here is, this is due to his trademark of the Rudolph character rather than any input in the writing of the song. So, all right.
Hey, you know what? Not to change.
That's the Today in History is birthdays and passings.
The Cabot has the Zombies Cabot Theater in Boston on October 26th.
Oh, yeah.
So the Zombies are touring.
The Zombies are touring.
So
they're still
great.
around. We mentioned them before earlier on in the year.
Because they had that new album that came out.
Yes. So that's probably what they're touring.
Yeah.
It's a new album.
Oh, wow. They all look pretty good. I'm looking at the picture. They look at, they're having fun. Why not, right? I'll just keep making music. I love the idea of these bands. A lot of people would say all the time, hang it up. You never hang it up. You play until you can't play anymore.
Exactly.
I love the idea that the Zombies are still out playing. There's a lot of people grew up with the Zombies and like them, and there's a lot of Rod Argent fans out there. Hold Your Head Up. And
it is, yeah.
That was a hit back in the early 70s. So yeah, hey, good for the Zombies. Tour away, baby.
Let's talk a little bit about Jimmy Buffett. I heard that he passed away on Saturday morning. He passed away on Friday, September 1st. I had heard that he passed away the following day. I woke up to that news.
He probably passed away Friday night.
Yes, yeah. He's best known for his tropical rock music, which often portrays a lifestyle described as island escapism. Together with his rural choral reefer band, he recorded a lot of hit songs. He recorded hit songs, which was known as the Big Eight, which he played at every show. These eight are Margaritaville, which came out in 1977, which is ranked 234 in the Recording Industry Association of America's list of the songs of the century. Come Monday, which was recorded in 1974. Fins, which was recorded in 1979. Volcano, which was also recorded in 79. A Pirate Looks at 40, 1974. Cheeseburger in Paradise, 1978. Why Don't We Get Drunk, 1973. And Changes in Latitudes and Changes in Attitudes, 1977. His other popular songs include Son of a Sailor, 1978, One Peculiar Harbor, which came out in 83, and It's 5 O'Clock Somewhere, which came out in 2003. That's one of his bigger hits as well. And I didn't know that was so recent, 2003. Wow. He has over 30 albums released. 8 are certified gold, and 9 are certified platinum or multi-platinum. He was born in Pascagoula, Mississippi. And again, first album. Let me get his first album. His first album came out in 1970, and he was putting out music until he passed away. He had 2 albums in 2020, and then there's another album that is slated to come out called Equal Strain on All Parts, which that's yet to be announced on when that's coming out, but I'm sure that's coming out very soon now. So that is what is going on there for his music career. Let's talk a little bit about his charitable work. Well, actually, business ventures first. He had a lot of things going on with his business ventures. He had a Cheeseburger in Paradise restaurant, which of course is named after the song Cheeseburger in Paradise. He had a bunch of I'm not sure if he had one restaurant or if it was more, but he sold that for $11 million in 2012. He launched Margaritaville Records with distribution through MCA Records. And he has a Margaritaville Casino, which opened at the Resorts Hotel Casino in Atlantic City. That's in New Jersey. Football as well. He had ventures in that as well. Sun Life Stadium, formerly known as Dolphin Stadium in Miami, the home of the Dolphins, was named Landshark Stadium, pursuant to an 8-month naming rights deal. Buffett also wrote new lyrics for the team to his 1979 song, Fins. There's a video game as well, Margaritaville Online. So a lot of business ventures. His charity work includes Save the Manatee Club, which he founded with former Florida Governor Bob Graham. Legislation was passed in Florida that introduced the Save the Manatee license plate featuring an image of a West Indian manatee and earmarked funding for the Save the Manatee Club. One of the 2 manatees trained to interact with researchers is named Buffett, after the singer. Buffett was also a longtime supporter and major donor to the Gulf Specimen Marine Laboratory. So, Don, your thoughts on Jimmy Buffett?
Well, Jimmy Buffett, he always brings joy to people. I mean, he sings about, like you said, sailing. He sings about, relaxing, more of a sunny days, beaches, stuff like that. And that's what people want to hear, because people work very hard in this country. And when they have their weekends, they want their weekends. And it's just the parrot heads. I mean, parrot heads are big. It's like a deadhead almost. I mean, Grateful Dead had the deadheads. Yeah. I think there's more parrot heads than deadheads. to be honest with you,
probably yes.
So many people. I know a good friend of mine. His in-laws were big into Jimmy Buffett. They wore the outfits. They listened to, whatever. They'd sit down and relax and enjoy their weekend and, eat and drink and whatever. And I think it just brought a lot of joy to a lot of people. And I think when his new album comes out, I think a lot of people are going to run to hear it.
Yes, and he's already back on the charts. Margaritaville, I think, is number 1 right now. Come Monday is on the charts. Right. That's really good.
And it's funny how his song "Come Monday" is about the Labor Day
About
weekend.
the Labor Day weekend,
And
yes.
he passes away on Labor Day. So, I
Yes.
mean, actually, Joey played that song for me this morning.
I did.
I looked at him. I was
I
like,
did.
wow. And there's another song, too, that I played for Joey as soon as we got, in the truck, from Toby Keith and
Yes.
Jimmy Buffett. It was Boat for Sale.
Yes, and I love Toby Keith. Toby Keith has so much respect for the artists who came before him,
Right.
the people who laid the groundwork for country music, and,
Yes.
and that kind of music. You know.
Right.
He's had collaborations with Willie Nelson.
When
before
did
as
that
well.
come out? When did that come out?
Sailboat for Sale?
Yeah, Sailboat for Sale.
A couple of years ago. That was on his album 35 Mile Per Hour Town, which is an amazing
You
album.
said
I recommend
a
that.
couple of years, like 5 years ago?
A couple of years ago, yes. Five or so years ago, yeah. I definitely recommend that album.
Sailboat for Sale.
35 Mile Per Hour Town is the album.
Was that a Toby Keith album, or was that a...
That is a Toby Keith album, yes. 35 Mile Per Hour Town is the name of the album.
With Jimmy Buffett.
Jimmy Buffett, the song is called Sailboat for Sale. Yeah.
Great.
And that's one of the... I think that's one of the... I don't know if he had any other artists singing on that other than Jimmy Buffett. I think that was just Jimmy Buffett on that album.
What a great song. What a great song. And
Yes.
I love the idea of two singers singing back and forth.
Yeah.
I've always elevated to bands like that. Jimmy Buffett's hard pill to swallow passing away.
Yes.
Because he made everyone happy. You could be the craziest metalhead in the world. You can be into rap. You can be into anything else.
Yeah.
But everyone, you can be into country music. You can be into anything. But you always, I think a lot of people, I'm not speaking for everybody, but I think a lot of people always elevate back to Jimmy Buffett. Jimmy Buffett just brought us all together. Smiles on everyone's faces. The sun was always out with Jimmy Buffett. The sun was always out.
Yeah,
it was never raining.
Yeah, he's definitely one of the few artists that really resonated with everybody. I think on that list as well, I would say Neil Diamond as well as on that list.
Yeah, exactly. Neil Diamond is on that list.
Yes, I would say he's on that list. Of course, with Sweet Caroline.
Don't get me started with the Red Sox thing, okay?
I have to. I have to. It is significant.
I love the Red Sox. I love Neil Diamond.
It is significant.
I
have to. It's significant.
I don't know whose idea that was.
It's significant.
It's terrible.
I don't know. It's a significant thing. I have to.
I'm probably going to get lynched out of here. Probably people are going to be looking for it because I hate that.
I have to. It's a significant thing.
Okay, well,
it's a significant thing. I have to mention it.
Let's get back to Jimmy Buffett. We're not talking about Neil Diamond.
No, yeah, absolutely.
Right.
He's one of the few.
No, but I mean, Jimmy Buffett.
Yeah,
Cheeseburger in Paradise. I've been to a restaurant, and they've had like Cheeseburger in Paradise.
Exactly.
And it says on the menu, like the song says, a cheeseburger, cold pickle, French fried potatoes, and a cold draft beer. That's what went with the meal. Okay, so I'm looking at it. It's like, okay, what's this? All right. Yeah, I'm looking at it. Okay, so they give you exactly. So I think a lot of people are gonna have a cheeseburger, pickle, French fried potatoes, and a beer.
Yeah.
I might go out and have one on Jimmy Buffett.
Yeah.
All right. That's just. I think a lot of people. So hamburger sales are probably gonna be through the roof because of Jimmy Buffett.
All right, we're gonna take our last commercial break, but. Just wanted to
rest in
mention,
peace, Jimmy
just wanted to
Buffett.
talk about Jimmy Buffett. Rest in peace, Jimmy Buffett. We'll be right back here on Middleboro in Review on WVVA 1530 AM and 9.7 FM. 319.
Everybody loves a winner.
I got time to talk safety when we get back, or you guys anything else you would say? You did the today history. That's out of the way.
That's out of the way.
I just give everyone a reminder that.
Yeah, I'm going to give everyone a reminder that Stand Up Strong is coming up at 12 today.
It's a two heads, right? What is it?
Two heads.
Listen every weekday for the Success Journal.
The Success Journal. It comes your way at 7:50 a.m. Monday through Friday.
I'm going to mention this again next week too, but the City of Taunton 9/11 tribute too.
Importantly, your calls every Tuesday and Wednesday starting at 9 a.m. It's Coffee with Tony.
Bill's getting a lot of deer sightings.
Okay, 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And we're back here on Middleboro in review. Wait a second.
No bumper music?
Wait a second, yes. Wait a second.
No, that's alright. I have to play it.
Wait a second.
You're going to waste 20 seconds on bumper music.
I am.
Yeah.
There we go.
Play it all. Play it all.
I'm not going to play it all. There we go. There's your bumper music. There we go.
Yeah. There's your bumper music. Yeah.
Okay. We're back.
You remember right from Tony Lopes right into Joey Joseph. No bumper music.
All right. I want to mention here a couple things before we end on the show today. The City of Taunton's 9/11 tribute is scheduled for Monday, September 11th at Memorial Park, Somerset Avenue at 11 a.m. on Monday, September 11th. The 9/11 tribute is a chance for every member of the Taunton community to honor the bravery and sacrifices made by courageous citizens and first responders on that terrible day in 2001. And we'll talk a little bit more about this next week as well. We'll mention this event again next week. We played an ad earlier about 9/11 Day as well. We'll be definitely playing that throughout the week for sure. And we'll talk more about that next week. Want to mention once again, I mentioned at the top of the hour that Ed Miller and Bishop Tony Branch are going to be moving to a new time starting today. So tune in 12 to 1. Again, for Stand Up Strong. A great show planned once again. They'll be talking about a lot of things going on in Brockton. What's going on in Brockton. What's going on nationally. What's going on locally. Just a great and informative show every single week. Stand Up Strong. Preceded by the other Ed Sutka. We're gonna write this down. The Ed and Ed.
The two Eds.
The two Eds. We're gonna write this down. The two Eds.
Yeah.
Ed Sutka, with Musical Odyssey.
And they both call themselves Ed, not Edward.
Yeah.
I mean, that's their professional. I'm Ed Miller. This is Ed Sutka. Thanks for listening. But I got a few things I want to.
Okay. That's yeah.
If
absolutely.
So can I?
Yeah. You have the floor for the last 2.5 minutes of the show.
No, you just give me a minute and a half. Okay, it's Labor Day weekend, and people want to get their last party in. So, just first thing you should do before you go out to your party tonight is just look at something different. Do something different for the first time. If this is your first time trying to do something different, dial up your Uber account. Just do it. I mean, dial it up, and if you go to like a little party, if you say I'm only gonna have 2 drinks, just take an Uber there. Just because 2 drinks turns into 4, turns into 5. It always does. I mean, you're having a good time, you're enjoying your friends or family, and then you have your first 2 drinks, and you say, okay, well, I gotta, and you might be over the limit with the 2 drinks, depending on what you're drinking. Depending on what your weight is, depending on what you're drinking, how strong the drinks are, everyone gets in the party mode. So get a ride today. Just this is the day you get a ride. Just keep the road safe. Just you don't want to have it. You heard the PSA if you've been listening for the hour. Law enforcement will yank your license. They don't care about your story. You won't have nothing. You won't have a vehicle. Your insurance will go up. And if you get in an accident, that would be bad. Move over law, very important for emergency vehicles and tow trucks and service vehicles, and even DOT, Mass DOT. Please move over. If you see the lights, please move over. You want you want the troopers and the firefighters and the EMTs and the tow truck people and the maintenance people and the DOT people to go home, okay? The side of the highway is scary. Just please move over. Just try to remember that if you can. look twice for motorcycles. There's plenty of bikes out there. There's quiet bikes out there too. I mean, not every bike has loud pipes. So just look twice. Look in your mirror twice. A lot of these SUVs have blind spots. You know, I got one that has a blind spot. I used to have one. So they have blind spots. So just look twice. Just move. You know, kind of move around. Just move up a little bit. Just try to look. Really, just scope your mirror. Just look twice. Look 3 times. Look 4 times. Whatever it takes. You don't want to have a problem. You know, because once you have a problem, it's a big problem. And everyone just have a safe Labor Day weekend. Enjoy your time with your family and friends. If you can do something nice for a neighbor or a volunteer or something, you go ahead and do that. Go take a nice ride. Beautiful, beautiful areas. This area is one of the most beautiful areas in the state, down the South Coast area. So, yeah. Happy Labor Day, everybody.
Stay tuned. Pastor Ortez Vandross with Bread of Life coming up next. Stay tuned tomorrow for Labor Day. We have me doing the morning wake-up news tomorrow, filling in for Chris Keach. And then we have the our normal stuff going on as well.
Is Jim coming in tomorrow?
I believe so. Jim's coming in tomorrow. I haven't heard anything other than that. I think we're going to have Ask Your Best Agent as well tomorrow as well. So stay tuned tomorrow for a great day of Labor Day WVBF programming. And stay tuned for today's programming as well. So bye-bye, everybody.
The seat shrank on me.
I know.
You notice my head just...
Mine does. Mine does too. Bye, everybody.